Hello students and parents, this is Miss Karen and I just wanted to come and do a quick orientation video with you for those of you that have not been able to attend orientation at school, or for those of you that have not been able to come to this office and get the orientation. So please forgive my crude video abilities, but I will try to get you at least all of the information that you need. To begin with, let me tell you a little bit about our program. This is Educational Talent Search, and if I had to sum up our program in just a few words or sentences, I would explain that our program is a federally funded program, and we are completely geared towards finding students that we think have the potential and the ability to go to college, working with them from the time they're in middle school all the way up until the time they graduate high school, helping them find their college, apply for college, and then to actually be successful once they get to college. So that's our program in a nutshell, but I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. We do start working with students from the time they are in 6th grade all the way up until the time they graduate high school, and anywhere in between. It just depends on when you apply for the program and when you're accepted. So as early as 6th grade, all the way up until the time you're a senior in high school, you can actually apply for the program. Now, I am the middle school advisor, so I work with the area middle schools, and once a month I actually go into the middle schools and we have a meeting, usually during your PE or your exploratory class. So you've also, if you have found this video, then you should have also seen the videos that will tell you what the schedule is for your individual school. And then also in your orientation packet, there's a piece of paper that looks like this, and it is the schedule also. And then down here is my contact information. It has my email address on there, it has the office's email address on there and the phone number, and then also of course our YouTube channel. So it has the calendar on there, so there's no reason that you can't know when I'm coming to the schools and when to expect me and when we will be having our meetings. Now in middle school, I work with students on more of life skills and school study skills, communication skills, and we start working on interest inventories to kind of see the things that you're interested in, the things that you like doing, and the things that you don't like doing, and then kind of how that translates into a profession. And then I will teach you how to do career exploration, and that's just where you will find out for yourself how much money you will make, and then what a day in your life will actually look like if that's the profession that you choose. And then I'll also teach you how to do some college exploration to figure out which colleges actually offer the degrees and the programs that you will need in order to go into that profession. So then once you become a high schooler, then we will start working with you on choosing the correct classes to take in order to get the diploma that you will need. Usually our students will graduate with the honors program, but not all will graduate with the honors diploma. But we work with you on your abilities and your interests and figuring out the plan that will work best for you. And then once you become a senior and you're ready to start applying for colleges, we help you apply for colleges, we help you apply for financial aid, and we will have taught you along the way how to apply for scholarships. And so you'll definitely have a plan once it comes time for your high school graduation, because we will have worked for you for quite some time up to then, preparing you for what you will need to do in order to go off to college. So that's basically our program in a nutshell. For middle schoolers, I do try to have summer workshops, and that's just a time that we can get together here at the office over the summer and stay engaged with each other. And we'll go over some different things, have some fun, play some games, but also learn at the same time. And then throughout the year, we also try to have a couple of workshops. We have a couple of field trips. Usually each year we go to Auburn E-Day, which is their engineering day, and then we also try to plan a couple of other smaller field trips sometimes having more to do with cultural arts, maybe a play or something of that nature. So we also, as part of your responsibilities as a program participant, all of our students are required to have a certain number of hours of volunteer time. And it's different number of hours depending on what grade you're in. But let me explain volunteering. Volunteering is anything above and beyond what you are normally required to do as far as your chores or things like that, as long as you don't get paid for it. So you can volunteer at home if you choose to do extra work for your parents. You can volunteer with other family members. You can always volunteer with neighbors or your church organization or any other organization, as long as you are doing something that you're not required to do normally, and again, that you do not get paid for. So we do keep a number of, we keep all the information and verification of your volunteer hours throughout the year. So when it comes time for field trips or extracurricular things that we will do, we normally do have a set number of requirements that you will have had to have met during that year. So also, I want to bring your attention to this packet of information that you should have received in your packet. Let me try to get that to where you can see it. Most of this is just information, and I do encourage you to read over this information so that you can become familiar with it. But in the back, there is a volunteer verification form, and it looks something like this. But on that form, it just tells what you actually did, what type of service, and then it has a place for someone to sign off that you actually did do the service. These forms are available on our website, and they are available here at the office, and then I will have these forms available when I come to the meetings as well. So I really encourage you to go ahead and keep some of these on file. That way, when an opportunity arises, you can get the verification that you've done the volunteer act, and then you can get those sent back in to me. And then on the back side of this, the last sheet in this packet has tutoring resources. At this time, we do not offer ongoing remedial tutoring. We do have some tutoring resources available. Usually that is for some of the higher high school classes, more to just kind of get you over a hump if you're having trouble with a certain concept. But we are looking at a couple of different options for tutoring. So please stay tuned for any other videos or additional information about that. But there are resources available, and that sheet will go over and give you some of those resources that are available for you. Now, the next packet, it has the first page says screening interview, and it's just a questionnaire. Now, this is for you students to fill out. This is not for your parents to fill out, okay? And this will probably be the one and only time that you will hear me say, if you don't know the answer, that's fine, just skip it. This is not a test. This is merely for us to kind of gauge where you are with your knowledge about post-secondary education, which again is just any education above and beyond high school. It can be a technical degree, it can be an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, all the way up to a doctorate degree. So any of that would be considered post-secondary education. Okay, and this interview screening, it just has questions on there that will find out, what you know currently at this time, and then once you become a senior and have gone through and participated in our program, you should be able to answer all of these questions without any hesitation. So right now, just fill the information out, putting down the answers that you know, and do not worry about the ones that you do not know. Just leave those blank, okay? The second page that I would like to go over with you is the memo of understanding, and that looks like this. This is for parents and students to go over. However, it is for the student to initial beside each one. And I'm just going to go over those really briefly with you. If you have any questions about them, please ask us, and we'll be more than happy to go over them further with you. But I'm just going to do a quick rundown of each of them so that hopefully I can answer any questions that you do have, and you can go ahead and fill that out and have confidence that you know what you're agreeing to. But basically, this is what you are agreeing to as being accepted into the program. This is what you're agreeing to do your part. Number one, I will attend all sessions at the school. If for some reason I cannot attend, I will come by to see the advisor, meaning you have the schedule, you have the videos. So once we come to the school, you agree that you're going to come to the meetings. That's basically what that is saying. Number two, I will call at least 5 days ahead of time to request a tutor, and I will call 24 hours ahead of time if I cannot attend this session. Again, as I said, we do not have ongoing remedial tutoring, but if for some reason you are set up for tutoring, because we do have some resources, then you would agree to let us know in plenty of time, like before a test or anything major going on, so that we can have time to try to set you up with those resources. And then if for some reason you are scheduled for tutoring, you agree that you will call at least 24 hours in advance if you cannot attend your session. So that's number two. Number three, I will utilize tutoring resources provided at orientation in the attached application. That's the sheet that I showed you earlier that has those online tutoring resources listed in the web pages for them as well. Number four, this is an important one. I will provide a copy of my progress report or call to advise of my grades during each grading period. Students, I expect for you to provide me a copy of your progress report and your report card. Now, you can email me and just say, hey, Miss Karen, I made an A in math, I made a B in English, whatever your grades may be. Or you can take a snapshot of your report card or your progress report, and you can just email that to me. Or if you need to, you can just call the office and let whoever you speak with, let them know your grades, so that we can keep that in your file, and so that I can know kind of where you are and where you stand. And if there starts being a problem or an issue, then I can talk to you and we can kind of come up with a plan to how we're going to resolve the issue. So that is important. I will remind you, I will stay after you. I have to know, where you are, and the easiest way to do that is for me to get a copy of your grades and to know what your grades are. So that is number four. Number five, I will keep an updated medical history form and copy of insurance card on file at the office. The only reason that we keep copies of insurance cards is for the times when we have a field trip or an off-campus outing. And any student that is involved with that, we actually take a copy of their insurance card with us, so that in case of an emergency, we can get you the immediate help that you do need. So I know if you're watching this video, you're not here for orientation, so just make sure that when it comes time for an activity other than the monthly meeting at school, just remember that we are going to need a copy of your medical insurance card. Okay, number 6, I will take advantage of workshops which address study skills and weak subject content areas. Now, during the summer, I do offer workshops for the middle school students, and then there are a couple of other workshops that are offered throughout the year. In the summer, there's also generally an algebra workshop, which helps many students get a firmer grasp on algebra, which we all know is vitally important. And before those workshops take place, I will definitely let you know, probably do another video, but I'll also let the students know at schools and whenever anything is coming up. Number 7, I will read all correspondence that come from the center. Our primary form of communication is going to be text and email. This basically says that if I text or email you, that you agree to read it and not just delete it. We Also, if we send you an email, it usually has important information in there. So please read anything that comes from Talent Search. Also, if we send you something in the mail, don't use it as scratch paper. Make sure you open it up and read it, because if it's coming in the mail, then generally it's pretty important. So make sure you read that and don't just throw it away or use it as scratch paper, as I said. So that's number 7. Number 8, again, vitally important. I will call the center to advise of any changes in mailing address, phone number, or school. Last summer, when I held the workshops for the middle schoolers, almost half of our middle school students were not able to be contacted because we didn't have a current phone number on file. So anytime that your phone number changes or you add a phone number, and then of course if you move and your address changes or you change schools, we need to know that. We need to be able to get in contact with you and know how the best way to get in contact with you. So make sure you keep that contact information up to date with our office. Number 9, our business hours are 8:15 to 5:15, Monday through Thursday. We can come in on Fridays if you have an appointment. We just would need to set that up ahead of time. So that's our office hours. Number 10, I understand that this program is for students who plan to pursue post-secondary education. Again, post-secondary education is any kind of education after high school. So you understand that this program is geared towards helping those students achieve some type of education past high school, whether it be a technical certificate or an associate's degree or bachelor's degree, master's degree, whatever it may be. This is just saying that you understand that this is geared towards doing something after high school. Okay, and number 11, I understand that failure to meet with staff will be cause for removal from the program and or prohibit participation in field trips. What this means is that you're going to come to the meetings, you're going to participate in the program, or you understand that that could be cause for removal from the program. Since we are a federally funded program, we do have limited resources. So when it comes time for an off-campus outing, or when it comes time for some type of field trip or something special, we will have limited spots available, and we will look for those students who have attended meetings and who have participated in the program, and we offer them the first selection of spots available for the extra more fun stuff that we get to do. So if for some reason you stop participating in our program, then we will first discuss it with you, but it can be cause for removal from the program. Number 12, I understand that this program is a comprehensive program to prepare me for post-secondary education enrollment, and I am committed to meeting with the staff to facilitate my educational plans. Basically, that means that you understand that we're here to try to help you get to college, and that you are going to participate in the program and work with us to try to accomplish this goal. Number 13, I understand that volunteer hours are required annually to be considered for field trips. We've already gone over that, so just keep that in mind. And again, make sure you get that verification form signed by someone. Now on the bottom of this, it has a place for the student signature and the parent signature. So students, make sure you sign it, and parents also, if you will, please sign it. And the student's text number, if you have a personal cell phone that we can text, then make sure you put that on there, because we will send reminders by text of different things. And then parents also, if you have a cell phone that we can text, add that number on there as well, so we can text both of you so that everybody is on the same page and gets the same information. Okay. The next page is just an acknowledgement and an understanding form. It's acknowledging that you received the orientation packet, the forms that we gave you just to read and have those, and then also that you have an understanding of what the program expects out of you and what's going to be required to remain in the program. So there's a place for the student to sign and also a place on the bottom for the parent to sign. So we need both signatures on that page. And then on the last page is the medical history form, and that looks like this. I'm sorry, it's not such a great showing of the forms, but again, this is a webcam, so but if you have any questions, just let us know about that. But this is just your medical history form. Again, it's in case of emergencies whenever we are off campus doing extra field trips or things like that, and it just lets us know if any health issues that you may have, any medications that we may need to make sure that you have with you. And then again, we'll have this in case of an emergency to give to a physician or hospital that we may have to go to. But there's a place for the signature for the parent on this. So we want to make sure that the parent is signing this and then gives us other emergency contact information. But that's really it. We do need to make sure that we get this packet where it has all of the information. The screening interview is the first page, and then it has all the memo of understanding in there. So everything that we've gone over here with the information that you need to fill out, we need to make sure we get that back in the office, and then everything else that you have received, that is for you to keep. So I appreciate you watching the video and taking your time to find out a little bit more about the program. If you do have any questions, please feel free to contact the office at 673-9996, and then also please feel free to watch any of the other videos, which will have more information as things become available. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to working with you and meeting all of you.